I don't think I can begin to stress enough how important it is for each and every one of us to become comfortable within our own individuality. Each one of us is so unique within our own sense that we tend to forget every single day who we're actually living for. I know I make the mistake every single day of my life. Most times, more times than not, I have to figure out how to bring myself back down here because I get so worked up in the what ifs and what are they going to think. And I realized that a lot of the time, especially before, I was never even taking the time out for myself to even give myself the opportunity to hear myself speak. That's one of the most crucial elements of my life now, is listening to myself and allowing myself to have a voice that I never allowed myself to have before. If I don't give myself a voice, then who's going to give it to me? Being unique is such a special thing because uniqueness isn't something that just some of us have and then others don't. Being unique is something so fundamental that each one of us has in this life. None of us are made better. None of us are made superior. We're all different, but we're all different in such a unique, valuable way. And I think that within itself is something that I actually took into account. Once I took that into account, I started to see that life isn't as bad as I thought it was. I started to actually practice what I was preaching. Before, I would just say these things that I would say, you know, I'm worth it, I'm valuable. And I do believe in the power of healthy self-talk. I really do. But it's tainted if I'm not actually putting it in motion, if I'm not executing what I'm preaching. And 9 times out of 10, I was never doing that before. So I would tell people what I wasn't doing. And I think it's very important to hear other people's perspectives. I think it's very important to our own individuality and uniqueness within each one of ourselves to hear other experiences and hear other ways of life so that we can have a different perspective. Because even though we're all unique, it really is a gift to be able to hear different journeys and different perspectives and different routes people have taken, so that maybe we can get an idea for ourselves on how to combat situations when they get hard for ourselves. For me, it was crazy because yesterday was one of the days where I kind of had a bit more of a rough day than usual lately. And it took some really, really deep self-talk to get myself back up. And I think that's where it really comes down to. Knowing that you're enough. When I tell myself I'm enough, I don't just say it to say it. I'm saying it because we genuinely are enough. We were all made so unique on this earth and this planet that we're not running to beat anybody. We're not out here looking to find who we're going to beat in a race or who we can, you know, out-talk or outdo or whatever it may be. We really are so unique, each one of us in our own way. So I think actually taking that into account is such a positive step in changing the mindset that you can have if it's a negative mindset. Healthy thinking is one of the hardest things that I've ever changed, because everything before was negative. I would always tell myself I was undeserving. I'm not worth anything. And it's really a beautiful thing, the gift that you receive when you actually decide to look at it in a different trajectory. It changes the whole way of life. Things get easier as far as you start to think more positive mentally without even trying when you start to practice what you preach every single day. And I'm so blessed to be able to do that. It's hard to change a negative mindset, absolutely, but the gift in it is that we have the chance to change it. Life isn't always promised to be positive every second, but that's what makes life unique, is how it's always changing. It's always in motion. Sometimes it does come at you faster than you can even imagine. So I think if you are tapping into your uniqueness and you're serious about your individuality, then there is nothing in this world that you cannot achieve, because you are so unique in your own right. Nobody in the world can take that away from you or take away what's been gifted to you. When you realize that, you realize that there's nothing in the world that you can't do. And there's nothing that your mind cannot lead you to accomplish. It's an amazing gift to have.